All right, sometimes anxiety is just anxiety, but most of the time, for me anyway, anxiety has messages to tell me. I remember the first time I learned how to actually process and to uncover what my anxiety was trying to tell me. I went to Sedona, Arizona for a spiritual retreat at a time in my life where I didn't know how to process emotions. I felt so many emotions, but I didn't know how to process them in a healthy way. My life was in shambles, all the things, right? And so when I went to Sedona, I met with all these incredible healing practitioners. And one of the most powerful and impactful sessions that I had was with a massage therapist. I don't even think we really interacted very much. I came into her studio, I laid down on her table for this like long, luxurious 2-hour healing massage. And at one point in the session, she had her hands over my body, kind of like right over my chest. And she just kind of placed her hands there. And I'm not sure if she could energetically feel the turmoil that was happening inside of me at that time. Maybe she just even felt like the tension or like the shortness of my breath as she had her hands here. And she asked me a very, very, very simple question. She broke the silence of our massage to ask me a very, very simple question. And she said, "What do you feel?" And my immediate response was, "I feel anxious." And she just took a breath and she said, "Oh, my darling, anxiety is not an emotion. Anxiety is your body's response to resisting what it is you truly feel." And that offering, that new perspective that she gave me, cracked something open. And then she just asked me a simple follow-up question. "What do you really feel?" And that invitation to go deeper into like the initial feeling of anxiety, that invitation to go deeper, I was able to name and access all sorts of emotions that I was resisting, that I didn't want to feel. And so immediately I said, "I feel overwhelmed." And then I just started listing all the emotions I felt. I felt so sad. I felt grief. I felt the deepest betrayal. I felt not enough. I was able to unlock all the emotions. So now I wasn't feeling that terrible feeling of anxiety, but now I was actually feeling all of the well of emotions underneath anxiety. And so for the rest of that session, I just lay on her table and bawled my eyes out and released and released and released and released. And I left her table feeling so much lighter, having moved through so much anxiety, having moved through so many deep emotions. Not that they were gone forever, but the anxiety that I was holding on to, that was gone. And I was able to fully feel and process the deeper emotions beneath during that time with her. And I left that table both feeling lighter and with a profound realization that anxiety is my messenger.